And you can just do what you can do. For instance, I have a client who came from China 2 years ago on a tour of the United States. And as she was on a tour bus touring through here in the Southern California area, she was involved in a very serious accident in that tour bus. Serious enough that it has prevented her from returning to China. Remember, China is her home. She never intended to come here and live in a hospital or live in a rehabilitation home, but that's what she has been doing for 2 years. How does she support herself? You know, it's something that when you get your ticket in China to the United States and you're looking forward to visiting the country and you end up in a hospital and your children are still in China, what can you do? Or in this case, her young son is still in China. It's very frustrating for me because I know there will never be justice. How can you ever get justice for 2 years separated from your family? 2 years of pain, and you know that will be lifetime now? There's no justice. But we do what we can. So we have arranged for her to live here. She doesn't have to pay for it while this processing of her case goes on. We get her the best treatment, medical treatment, the best treatment you can get. We, have sent her to experts to determine what does this mean for her future economic situation. She could never work again, at least not like she did before. How has this accident changed her future earnings? And the expert will tell us she will have this much in lower earnings during her lifetime than if she had not been in the accident. We'll get all the best treatment for her. We provide that. We become friends.
But did you win the case?
It's still ongoing. So it's not yet completed. I expect that it will be favorable. Something like this, we have to have an idea as to what we think is going to be the outcome. We think liability is established. Of course, that's always up to a jury to
But
make
is
that.
winning the top priority for you?
Here we have to do something for her. She's, yes, in this case, we have to get something for her. It's not going to be what you call justice, but we have to, at least under the rules that we can play by, we have to get some money for her.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we have to make her live comfortably in spite of what has happened.
Okay, since we don't have too much time left for this interview, so I have to ask you this question. What's your take on the United Airlines case?
Well, of course, there's two things there. One, of course, is a corporation acting horribly, which is completely unjustified. The second aspect of that is the fact that there was an Asian person involved. And the question and the issue there, what it highlights for me is that we're calling into question how are Asians perceived in the U.S.? How do they perceive themselves even? And how do others in the U.S. perceive Asians? And are they always treated fairly? Are they getting the short end of the stick? Maybe because in a lot of ways they're more passive, and that's not a reason for them to be treated in a way that's not fair. But it's very good that this issue has come out of this particular horrible event, because it does need to be, we all need to look within ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes the landmark case can change our lives.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
以上就是我对华明胜律师事务所的创办人华明胜律师所做的专访。我们下个礼拜见。
您正在收看的是凤凰卫视。